the Kentucky Museum of Coal Mines. Or maybe it's a Kentucky Coal Mining Museum. How about that? There's a Dr. Jack W. Cope. Some of the old hospital beds. I guess these are old exam chairs. I'm not sure. I'm guessing this is for, I don't know what this is. Some type of exam chair or something. Not sure. Look at this old wheelchair. That's pretty cool.
That's kind of
X-ray department. I guess this is lung scarring from the coal mines from black lung. I'm assuming that's what that is. You can see it in here. Wow. There's a little baby in there. Hello, little baby.
Come on here, they're gonna take your
You gonna examine me? Cool. Wonder what this is. You reckon it's do you think it's a dental chair, you reckon?
I think so.
I guess this is their little tools and stuff for it, I guess. I don't know.
This is an optical.
Optical. That's what I thought it was.
Maybe those are dental chairs.
I don't know. I don't know what all this stuff is. Look at these old mining hats here, dude. With that, it's hard to see it with that light right there. Way there you go, you can see it. That neat. That's good. There's a little bit better picture of it right there. Look at this one. That's pretty cool.
Cool thing.
Right. There's an old mining hat. Check out where. How small is it? Old lunch buckets up here. The miner's home. The old stove. Joe's Barbershop. Get your haircut there. And then here, I guess you could get your hair washed. Old radio. Old hat. That's some serious working right there, son. hard life. Look at that. Kind of hard to see with the glare on there, but it'll be good. That's what this town used to look like. Check this out, Mike. No picture. What the town used to look like. The old school desk. This is the high school deal. It's the early days, it says. The early school days. That dude right there. I like his old pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Harlan High. Oh, for sure. Not sure what these were. What do you guess these are? Some type of, I guess, a light. It's like a railroad light type deal or something, don't it? Maybe.
Over here, they have there's a railroad exhibit deal. Yeah, L&M.
Yeah. Cool church. Says mine 32. It's a little low. Oh, there's a dude down there working. Load. I can't see him, but he's there. I don't know if you probably can't see him on my damn. I got my light. Hold on. Bam. There he is. He's drilling into the coal. See, they kept birds in them cages right there. I think some parakeets or something, because they didn't have nothing to detect the oxygen level in the mine. So when the carbon dioxide level got up so far, the bird would die, and that would tell them guys to get out. Did you know that? Something in that area. I think it's carbon monoxide, low oxygen, because the bird would die first. This is where they would come eat their lunch.
It's a lunchroom.
Yes, lunchroom. That's pretty neat. But I don't know if it was a parakeet or nothing, something, but I know for sure they kept a bird inside that cage, like that. And whenever the bird would die, that would tell me the air wasn't safe to breathe anymore. And then they would leave. And I'm sure this has something to do with that too. I'm not for sure what that is. A lion, I guess, maybe, I don't know.
Imagine working like this all day.
Anyway, yeah, here, Mike. So here, now you're standing up.
Yeah.
The guys would work like that all day. And some of them, this is considered, I think, a tall one. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
I mean, have to push these big electric drills and stuff like that around hunched over.
Yeah. And they know why the coal miners have such bad backs and knees. Because you load up, pull something like that out of there. Yeah, it'd be rough. That's pretty cool. All right, we're at, what is it? Portal 31 Mine Exhibition. So they take you on a tour here.
But this is Joseph Marcelli. Like I said, Joseph comes over with his wife and 2 kids in late 1918. Now, when Joseph arrived in the United States, man knew nothing about mining, had no intention of mining. But when he meets a representative of U.S. Steel, what draws him to Lynch is the promise of company housing and 3 meals a day guaranteed for him and everybody in his family. Now, as far as the 3 meals go, if you arrived in Lynch prior to 1921, you are going to be put into a bunkhouse at least for a month or 2, because all company housing in Lynch is not completed to the end of 1921. And if you're put to a bunkhouse, U.S. Steel guarantees you and everybody in your family 3 meals a day. That's coming from one of the 25 company kitchens that they had going here. To use for light. Now, these do not put off a lot of light. If you can imagine being in a dark room, striking a lighter or holding a single candle, it's about as much light as these put off. It's not a whole lot. But that's also why it was so important that Portal 31 becomes the first mine worldwide to be electrically lit. They have electricity run from the beginning to the end, and you've got a light bulb at least every 125 feet in here. That was a huge deal. Now, most people just assume that these miners come in here with that simple pickaxe and just simply pick this coal out of the coal seam. Worked a little bit different. This is a breast auger. The breast auger, this portion here would sit against the miner's belt or his chest region, really depending on how tall he was. Of course, you can grab these handles and you can crank that all the way around, but what a breast auger is used for is to simply drill holes into your coal seam. So what Joseph's going to do, he's going to take that breast auger, he'll drill several holes into the coal seam, he'll pack those holes full of black powder explosives, he'll run fuses from them, he's going to yell fire in the hole 3 times at about 30-second intervals. That's pretty much letting all other miners know, get out of the way, I'm getting ready to set my shot off. He'll light those fuses with his carbide light, step back out of the way, it would simply blow the coal seam out. He'll shovel that coal up, load it into his coal cart, which will be pulled by a pony. Now the other check tag that he has. In 1919, that other check tag will be hung on the front of his coal cart. That way, when that coal makes it outside and it's weighed, they know who dug it and who to pay. Because in 1919, Joseph, he is not being paid an hourly wage. Joseph is being paid by the tonnage of coal that he mines every day.
Wow.
He is also not being paid in actual money. He's being paid in what we call scrip. S-C-R-I-P, scrip. Scrip is company money that can only be spent within the company town at company stores. Now, usually in any coal mine, around most coal seams, eventually you're going to run into a natural gas called methane. Methane, odorless, colorless, tasteless. So naturally, you just can't detect it. Today we have modern methane detectors, or often refer to them as spotters, and these tell me everything I need to know about the quality of the air. Obviously in 1919, they don't have these. That's where your canary comes in. Now, canaries are only used here in Lynch for just a few years, and then they are phased out. Canaries known for their singing or their chirping. They're loud. Now, canaries in Lynch only given out to about every 8th to 10th miner. They're not given out to everybody because you're going to have between 12 and 1,500 men in this mine on one shift.
Wow.
There's no way that you could have 1,500 canaries in here. Just wouldn't be able to hear yourself think. Now, canaries, like I said, they're known for their singing or their chirping. So if a canary gets into a pocket of methane, usually does one of two things. If it's a lower concentration of methane, the bird will get real fidgety and it will shut up. Or if it's a high concentration of methane, the bird will simply fall over dead. Now, if that's the case, that lets Joseph know he is either in a pocket of methane or possibly a pocket of low oxygen. Either one of those two things, he's got a problem, especially methane. Now, if he's in a methane pocket, he needs to get that methane dispersed and kicked out of the mine. The way that you go about doing that is pretty simple, and that's through ventilation. I don't know if you can feel that breeze blowing through here right now. We're still ventilating this portion of the mine today, and same as they did in 1919. And it's pretty simple because as far as ventilation goes, without it, you can't mine. Because ventilation, it pushes that methane out of the mine. It gets oxygen to all working faces of the mine, and it also helps to keep down and kick out.
He's putting, this is what my dad did. He putting the bolts through the roof. Called roof bolts. And bolts would go up into the ceiling. And that's what will keep the ceiling from falling down on top of you. So back in the day, these guys got paid 40 cents a ton, I think, in 1919. So they blow the coal out, and then they load it in their cart. And this one actually was a mining cart to pull it out. Back in the day, though, when they first started mining stuff, they had a donkey or a pony or a horse or whatever would pull the cart out. And that's how they got their coal. And it was their coal because they mined it. And they got paid for their own coal. They didn't get paid for an hourly rate.